Our primary method of gathering data from prototypes was through live events and visiting partner organizations. We will now explore the progression of these events and the strategy behind them. In the process of reaching out to groups to test our prototypes, there were a few different criteria we were looking for in order to produce useful data. First, we looked for groups that served the target age group for Junior Ranger programs, 9 to 12-year-olds. In addition, we were looking to gather data in different settings, assisting in answering the primary research questions. For example, schools and after-school programs were beneficial in answering questions around how users interact with each other while playing these activities. In-person library testing often allowed us to gain insight into how much parents wanted to be involved in a program with their children. Besides these criteria, we were looking for quantity in a certain location. We found that Boys and Girls Clubs were the most receptive to our outreach in a variety of locations, which was also very helpful in being able to speak to a number of youth. When the COVID-19 shutdowns came into effect, a website with purely digital prototypes was already under construction. We were aiming to start sending the website to schools, after-school programs, and other organizations that we were not able to meet with in person throughout the spring. We felt that the benefits to building a website to house prototypes instead of sending out individual prototypes was simplifying data collection and ease in exploring the prototypes in one place. For example, if we'd sent out 5 prototypes to a teacher to use in the classroom, it would be much more work for them to share than simply having one link to all the materials they would need. Coronavirus also required us to cancel any trips we had planned and to stop all in-person testing and focus purely on the website. This led us to holding live virtual events to replace in-person testing. We decided to hold virtual events in addition to sending out the website to partners in order to retain the conversations we were having at in-person events. It was valuable to keep those conversations going and be able to observe participants as well as record the responses to the activities. We held 3 events. The first, Share Your Junior Ranger Experiences, was a focus group on participants' experience with traditional Junior Ranger programs. The second, Digital Discoveries, explored activities we had gathered on our website. And the third, Choose Your Own Adventure, explored different themes of the National Historic Trails. The planning that went into the virtual events assured the success of them. We had 5 people on an event planning team and worked on them for about a month before they were held. We decided what to focus on during these events by revisiting our research questions and assessing any gaps in knowledge. The content of the presentations and questions that we asked were formulated from this point of view, with the goal of filling in specific gaps. We marketed the events primarily on social media, having people RSVP via Facebook. We reached out to partner organizations such as national and state parks and sites across the country to share this event with their community. Over 20 pages shared the events. We chose to use a Zoom setting because it allowed us to keep the face-to-face interaction that we had lost when we had to cancel all in-person events. It allowed a back and forth between participants that would not have been possible in another format like Facebook Live or YouTube videos. In each event, we had over 30 parties participating. Often, siblings were sitting in on a discussion with their parents in the room, so there were even more participants than that. So, not only did we gain insight into their thoughts in the Zoom discussion, but we were also able to have many of these people respond to surveys on the website. We also gained new contacts through marketing these events that we could later reach out to again. Growing our social media audience was also helpful in bringing people to the website.